everybody, my name is Alan and welcome to Crimicide, the show where we unravel the truth of the world's biggest mysteries. Now I know I've been gone for a couple months, but just as I'm deciding to come back, I come across a mystery that really piques my interest. And it's something a little different for the channel. We'll be straying away from our true crime and true storytelling and delve into the realm of puzzle solving. And with that, let's get into today's video. I love ARGs. Puzzles and mysteries that test wit, imagination, and cleverness. Unfortunately, by the time I find an ARG, I'm always late to the party, always stumbling in halfway through or already finished, and although it's fun to get lost in the various stories and rewarding to help finish the puzzles, I'm always left a little dissatisfied at never experiencing the whole thing. Until now. After stumbling upon a fascinating and ominous internet mystery in its infancy, I'm ready to end my hiatus and dive into this mystery with you all. In today's video, we'll be exploring my findings, theories, and uncovering the sinister event that will be occurring this Halloween. Join me tonight as we uncover the sinister agendas, close calls, and follow the breadcrumbs back to an ominous cult. Tonight, we explore Familia Andromeda. I stumbled upon this rabbit hole after happening to read a simple comment on a Nexpo video. Although I couldn't find it again, the comment was an invite to join them, so they can mend the world. Two phrases you're gonna have to get very used to moving forward. I clicked on their channel and what greeted me was this. There's a lot packed into just 30 seconds, so allow me to break it down. As soon as we hit play, we're greeted with a screen reminiscent of a VHS recording, as well as a loud, random noise. After this, we're met with a negative photo of a girl with her eyes blacked out, and low, ominous moaning. So, is that it? Creepy video on an obscure new channel? Absolutely not. I hope your tray tables are in their upright and locked position because this shit gets turbulent. I've watched enough episodes of Game Theory to know exactly what to do here. I downloaded the video and pulled the audio from the video using Filmora 11 and exported it as an MP3 file. Not sponsored, could be sponsored, anytime Filmora. Next, I ran it through a spectrogram and got this image. This image admittedly doesn't really tell me much. It just shows some sort of goat head, which is prevalent in almost all of Familia Andromeda's content. Interesting, but it really didn't tell me anything. Going back to the audio, I noticed parts in the audio that sound distorted, as though played backwards. With this idea, I reversed the audio and got this. Now, this is the first thing I need help with. I've asked friends, but I just can't make out what they're saying. I think I hear vengeance and monster, but other than that, I'm at a loss. If any of you guys hear anything, leave it in the comments so we can tie up this loose end. After reviewing what I had, I was left at a loss, and so I turned to the darkest part of the internet, the comment section. Going back to the video on Familia Andromeda's channel, I peeked into the comments section and find the uploader is very active, leaving cryptic comments like, quote, "All will come to pass in time. Spread the word. There are answers in numbers," end quote. As well as, quote, "You are on the right track. I occasionally enjoy bird watching as well," end quote. And, quote, "Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock," end quote. These immediately told me what to do. First, I checked their TikTok and oh boy, they're very active. Now, most of these videos are the same. Strange audio, big creators called out, and a message at the end, quote, "Join us, help us mend the world," end quote. With a date at the end beneath a very familiar goat head, 10/31/2022, Halloween of this year. This is a very important detail, and you'll see why shortly. Now, you'll notice a few of these TikToks stand out, specifically the last four, which we'll just call episode 1, 2, 3, and 4, respectively. Episode 4 is the same video we saw on the YouTube channel, so we'll leave that one out. Episode 1 shows a scene from an old movie saying what appears to be nonsense before cutting away to a missing poster for a girl with her eyes crossed out and a voiceover in Spanish simply stating that the girl's name is Francia Morgan. No date, previous location, anything. Episode 2 starts with a short clip of Jesus hanging on a cross before transitioning over to an angel in black robes before once again cutting away to another screen. This one appears different. A photo of a boy with his eyes crossed out next to a logo for what appears to be a broadcasting company by the name of Television 6. The voiceover this time doesn't give us a name, but instead tells us that an 18-year-old is missing and was last seen leaving the area of Roses at 9:30 p.m. on October 31st. Lastly, we have Episode 3. This one is yet another missing persons report, and the voiceover tells us this person was last seen on October 31st at 11:30 p.m. Notice a pattern? All of these people vanished without a trace on Halloween night. The date from earlier TikToks isn't just announcing something, they're announcing the disappearance of yet another victim. I commented my theory on their YouTube video, and Familia Andromeda responded with something that outlined something more sinister. No one goes missing, they only become saved. This tells me their intentions aren't murder. Instead, they're kidnapping these people to indoctrinate them. As telling as that realization is, we aren't done yet. Going back to their TikTok as a whole, I pointed out the odd descriptions of the videos calling out content creators. Most of it is cryptic nonsense, but there are 3 words that stood out to me immediately: Crandon, Fairchild, and Everglades National. The last one tipped me off to the truth immediately. 3 parks located in Miami, Florida: Everglades National Park, Crandon Park, and Fairchild Botanical Gardens. This clue led me to another realization. Remember the 18-year-old last seen in the area of Roses? This would perfectly describe Fairchild Botanical Gardens. These aren't just random parks. These are the parks where they are kidnapping their victims. This is where my clues from the Miami cult stop on TikTok, and the bird-watching hint from the YouTube comment section told me I needed to continue my search on Twitter. At first glance, their Twitter is pretty barren, save for 4 posts, but the important one is this Reddit link, and oh boy, this is where things start really falling together. The tweet ominously states, quote, "Someone broke their promise," end quote. Clicking the link takes us to this Reddit post on R Off My Chest from Reddit user KDK77. I'll leave you guys to read the post for herself, but I'll give the basic rundown of the events that played out. Katie moved to Miami in the mid-90s to attend MU. After settling in, Katie decided to visit the local clubs to meet new people. She eventually made her way to Club Vendome. There, she met a group of girls in dark clothes with occult accessories. They hit it off and would visit the local parks from time to time, coaxing Katie to drop her guard, giving her gifts, engaging in tarot card readings and other common occult practices, and flattering her. Eventually, the group invited Katie to one of their usual hangouts when something strange happened. The group stood in a circle with one wearing a goat skull over her head, and they started chanting something in Spanish that Katie couldn't make out. After that, the group started sending out unsettling gifts like another goat skull, and even a notebook with ominous and grotesque drawings. Katie decided to stop hanging out with them, but they kept sending her gifts until she eventually left Miami. I glossed over some parts, so I recommend you read the post for yourself. The post got me curious, however, and I started looking through her post history. Most seemed pretty normal until you get down to one post about a strange chain email she commented on. I clicked on the post, and what do I find? A screenshot of an email from Familia Andromeda, who are really dating themselves here. I mean, who uses AOL still?
What year is it?
And with the email is the simple message, quote, "We hope to bring a better tomorrow. We hope to shape the world to be a better place. We shape nature to fix the world's ills. We will keep you safe," end quote. And attached to this email is an audio file. Naturally, I shot them an email and got back nothing. They never responded and still haven't. I then went back to the post. This post was made by Reddit user Danny Beatriz 2031. Now, if Katie and Danny are in on the ARG, bravo, you get an applaud from me, because when I messaged them to ask them about their experiences, they seemed as surprised as I was about the Familia Andromeda ARG, but were incredibly helpful. Katie couldn't remember any of the Spanish chanting she heard, and she had already deleted the chain email she received, but I struck gold when I messaged Danny, and he emailed me the audio file I'd been waiting for. I opened it up, but was pretty disappointed. It was just the audio from the YouTube short again. I wasn't exactly stoked about this roadblock, so I went back to Reddit to scroll through Danny's posts, and what I found opened the floodgates to this mystery yet again. The first thing I found was this photo from a post talking about a strange group of girls stalking around Crandon Park. Well, they sound pretty familiar, but we already know they frequented that park, so nothing new there. A couple other posts Danny made, however, were much more telling. In these posts, he linked a video in each one, commenting how strange they were. I immediately clicked on them, and they both came from a YouTube channel called Fatima Amador. As her video descriptions imply, she came across some old VHS tapes in her attic and decided to post what was on them to YouTube, which yielded 3 videos. We'll call them Strange Videos 1, 2, and 3. All of them have voiceover in Spanish, which I've translated. The first video is a re-upload of episode 3 from the Familia Andromeda's TikTok, just asking people to call the number listed below that we've seen countless times now. Strange Video 2, however, is possibly the biggest piece of lore so far. It's another re-upload of one of the TikToks, but the voice in this one says, quote, October 31, 1994. Our first meeting will be at midnight, end quote. This gives us a very clear origin, telling us that the cult had to have been formed soon prior to the meeting date. Strange Video 3 is another re-upload, with the voiceover delivering the chilling message, quote, the world is full of sinners. Our justice system has failed us. We are the only solution. Andromeda family, your new family, end quote. With every single one, yet again, telling us to call the number listed below. And for now, that's where the trail runs cold. Before we get into what I've pieced together from this lore, if you guys have really enjoyed this video and want to see more videos on online ARGs, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for updates on my content. And like I said, if you want me covering more ARGs, just comment down below what you want me to cover, and I'll see what I can find. And with that, let's get into the full story of Familia Andromeda. So, with all the clues out of the way, I'm going to attempt to piece together the story so far of Familia Andromeda. Formed sometime in 1994, a group of people with occult views and a hatred of the current state of the world, or at least the Miami-Dade area, formed Familia Andromeda, with the goal of using their dark magic rituals to control the elements to steer humanity on a better path towards salvation. Over the course of years, they lure people in with their open arms, praise, and gifts. Behavior typical of a cult attempting to indoctrinate followers, eventually convincing them to abandon their lives to join their cause. They hold meetings every Halloween, possibly an initiation ceremony, and whisk these individuals away, hence the missing posters. As we can see, this has worked at least 3 times since 1994. The missing broadcasts started going around, but unfortunately were apparently hijacked by Familia Andromeda, and a concerned citizen recorded over these missing persons reports, hence the cassette tapes found in Fatima's attic. It would seem this citizen knew of Familia Andromeda's indoctrination practices over these missing persons reports, and wanted to share them with the world, but for some reason wasn't able to. The cult works in shadows over the decades, only to finally make their way to the digital age for their indoctrination, posting content on various social media platforms, and goading curious mystery hunters like you and I, and the large content creators they tag to follow them down the rabbit hole and spread the word to more and more people, either to recruit more followers to their cause, or to finally tell the world that they're ready to strike and put their sinister plans in motion. Whatever the case, they're planning something for this Halloween, as they've hinted at over and over and over again. My hunch? We'll soon see another missing persons report, maybe even poor Fatima's. Now I have no doubt this isn't the perfect theory, and there may have been things I missed, but that's what you guys are for. Spread the word and dive into this ARG for yourselves. In particular, that audio file. I swear I can hear something. Monster, vengeance, my friend even claims to hear numbers, so see if you can hear anything for yourselves. Share your findings and theories in the comments below so together we can reveal all the dark secrets that Familia Andromeda are hiding from us. One more thing, I didn't know where to add this since this development happened after I finished my script, but going back to the Familia Andromeda Twitter, they posted a phone number, which I'll let you guys find for yourself. But when you call the number, you get an automated message which says, October 15th, 2022, October 25th, 2022, October 30th, 2022, October 31st, 2022. The beaten path may be dangerous, but we will keep you safe. What are these dates? I have no idea. Nothing happened on any of their social media on October 15th. I guess we'll see what happens in the coming days. Hopefully this will be released within a few days. I have a wedding to attend this week, so I'm hoping to get it up before the weekend. And I really just want to solve this puzzle. I love ARGs, and I love puzzles. This is just a fun little thing for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be prepared for more Familia Andromeda videos when that ARG continues to be more developed and fleshed out. I look forward to solving more of the puzzles. Familia Andromeda has been extremely active on social media, or at least with commenters on their YouTube videos, which has been extremely helpful finding clues. This is just a genuinely fun little game by who knows, and yeah, I look forward to seeing this through to the end with everyone. Also, my upload schedules won't be very consistent from here on. It's just been a lot of work trying to upload consistently every week. It's just with work, as well as then I have to research and record and edit by myself. It's just a big hassle. So from here on, I'll just be recording and uploading whenever I feel comfortable. Hopefully at least one video a month. I know I took a couple months off, but I'm back now. So expect to see more content. Maybe more drinking out loud stuff eventually. That was really fun, and I hope to do that again soon. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.